Diana Johnson here, your menopausal guru, back with another installment of Menopausal Mornings. Video number 11 in the series is of particular interest to some of the girls in my group. Weird hair growth. Now this is not a repeat performance of the third video in the series on the changes to our heads of hair. Nope. This film is about our regular, sometimes even daily chore of managing our upper lip hair, chin hair, nipple hair, and our wiry bush. First things first, if you were born of any combination of the beautiful ethnicities that tout their long, thick, luxurious dark hair, you've probably been trying to manage other hair growth most of your life. I remember as a kid being mesmerized at the public pool by dark arm hair, long leg hair, and even gently cascading back hair on some of my Mediterranean-descended friends. Upon closer examination, some of the Scandinavian kids were just as hairy. They just had the good fortune of being born with long blonde hair all over their beautiful little bodies, which is only visible in the perfect light. Then there were the gingers, whose hair was so coarse and wiry you could use it to scrub the chrome wheels on your boyfriend's Trans Am. And ladies, I don't have to tell you about the bikini bottoms back then. This was the 1970s in middle-class America. Ain't nobody's mother springing for no bikini wax or depilatory treatment all up in that. Our moms were natural, and that meant the occasional beaver sighting. But Lord have mercy on your social soul if it was your mother who was sporting that Freddie Washington sprouting out of her bathing suit. Well, there would be just no getting over it. But enough reminiscing. So here we all are, no matter from where our people hail, all of us still struggling to stay ahead of those weird hairs. Upper lips pose a difficult problem because the area is super sensitive and hair removal techniques can damage the line around the lips. So you may triple blade shave your Sam Elliott to a silky smooth feel, only to watch your most expensive lipstick bleeding into tiny root patterns all the way to your chin and nose. Win-lose. If you use depilatory preparations or bleaches, you can end up with blanched skin or blotches that don't tan or take on your makeup like the rest of your skin. And if you try to pluck those little pricks, you probably start at the corners of your mouth and work toward the center, losing interest when you have just about an inch left under your nose, creating a sort of Hitler-esque version of your bad self. Lose, 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 lose. Heil! An exhausting enterprise chasing that facial hair. Then there are those rogue cheek and chin hairs, one at a time in us into hysteria. Seriously, science needs to be studying these things because they are literally not visible one day. Then the very next day, there they are, and they're 2 1/2 inches long. What the hell? They have to be among the fastest growing hairs in the animal kingdom. But the trick to managing these little buggers is to assign one of the girls in your group to be your lookout. Your husband can make a pretty good replacement lookout if you make him the deal that you'll tell him when that one weird eyebrow hair is back and he'll tell you about your instant chin hair. You know, tit for tat. And speaking of tits, let's talk nipple hair. A lady's bosom is no place for long wiry hair. Yet cross the threshold into menopause, and there they'll be. Long, rigid hair, equal in tensile strength to tri-lean big game fishing line. Sometimes these mothers can make an audible popping sound when you pluck them out. And if you fail to pull them all the way out and instead just break them off at the surface, not only is it personally dissatisfying, but the stub that's left behind can become ingrown, and that can create a whole other sack of balls that you have to sort out later. Now, let's get in touch with our wiry bushes, shall we, girls? What may have been a cleanly manicured, finely coiffed diamond in our youth now resembles the head of a tiny hobo peeking out from between our thighs. Grooming with personal trimmers can uncover odd patterns of hair loss, creating tiny little bald spots on hobo's head. And if your muffin top hinders your line of vision at all, trimming, shaping, and shaving at home can be dangerous. No one wants to visit their local emergency room with a slice missing from their vulva, now do we? So we can visit our local salon and have some short straw drawing. Please don't make me do this, crying graduate from the local beauty school who gave up on her dreams to become the next Paul Mitchell to trim our pubic hair into a pattern that resembles current-day Paul Simon. But even with its convenience, this option should only be undertaken when, at a minimum, of mostly drunk. It's just not easy paying a total stranger to puff your muff. I realize this film doesn't hold the secrets to managing your unwanted hair, but hopefully it does offer up some sisterhood in the war against these terrible tresses. And as always, I hope it inspires you to have compassion in your heart and peace in your mind when you're handling these weird hair issues. So until next time, peace, love, and menopause.